Adam and to you guys. Today we will talk about renewable energy, advantage and disadvantage. Okay, these are a few examples of renewable energy. We have wind energy, solar, hydropower and geothermal power. Okay, so wind energy is energy that use wind to generate electric. So the advantage of wind energy is it can utilize unused land. For example, they have like wind farm, wind turbine. Wind turbine can play a key role in helping to bring power to for a remote location. If they have such as unused land, so they can build wind turbine at the empty space. Next, no air pollution during generation process since it is a clean source of energy. So if the air is clean, so there is no air pollution. Next, wind farms are relatively inexpensive. Okay, since air is free, so they have unlimited sources. That's why wind energy is kind of inexpensive, because air is free. Okay, here we have disadvantages. So the disadvantage is noise pollution, reduce the property value. What it means by noise pollution is sometimes when the turbine is spinning faster, it can produce a noise. So it will disturbing the village. Next, concern about bird death from collision with spinning rotors. As you can see at the sky, we have some birds that fly. So we are afraid that the birds can collide with the spinning rotors. Sometimes, if wind turbine at the farm, it can cause death for the wildlife also, such as cows, goat. Next, wind turbines are hard to spot during night by incoming boats. Those can lead to collision. Okay, sometimes wind turbines also installed by the sea. So there is no light source at the sea. So we are afraid that incoming boats can collide to the wind turbine. That's all for wind energy. Next.
Okay, next for the another renewable energy technology is large scale solar farm. Okay, solar farm. Okay, the advantage of large scale solar farm is it can utilize unused land to produce large power output, same as the wind also. Okay, other than that is no air and noise pollution during the operation because it use the only sunlight. Then it reduce dependency on non-renewable energy that can be replenished once used as fossil fuel and coal. Okay, the disadvantage is it requires large area for installation since the name also is large scale solar farm, so it use large area. Okay, then the material used to manufacture the photovoltaic cell often require hazardous materials such as arsenic and cadmium. Then the last disadvantage is the primary environmental health and safety issue involve how they are manufactured, installed, and ultimately disposed of.
Next, I will be talking about hydropower. So, what is hydropower? Hydropower renewable energy that uses water as its main source of energy. So, energy conversion that involved in hydropower energy include potential energy, change to kinetic energy, change into mechanical energy, then electrical energy. So the advantages and disadvantages of hydropower are, firstly, the advantages is it will generate a large scale of electric power. So hydro power plant, it can generate up to more than 30 megawatt at a time. Next, it doesn't pollute air during operation since it uses water as its main source of energy instead of fossil fuel. Thus, it doesn't generate any polluting material. So next, it could provide essential backup power during major electricity breakdown. The disadvantages of hydro power plant are it disturbs the ecosystem of a river or stream, may affect the water quality, and the cost to build the hydro power plant is very expensive.
Okay, then last renewable energy technologies is geothermal power plant. Geothermal is the heat from the earth we use to generate electricity. Okay, the advantage is it is a large scale power generation because the earth is quite big, so the heat is very large to be extracted of. So then it does not produce greenhouse gases that can harm the atmosphere, and also is a reliable source of energy. Since what we call it? Okay. Then for the disadvantage is it is expensive because it uses drilling technology to drill inside the earth. Then it also disturbs great natural beauty. Then only sustainable if the reservoir are properly managed.
Question number 1, describe the advantages and disadvantages of the following renewable energy. The first RE is solar. Solar can take advantage of unused space on the roof of homes and buildings in an urban and industrial lots. But the primary environmental health and safety issues involve how they are manufactured, installed, and ultimately disposed of. Secondly is microhydro. Microhydro creates no air pollution because it is fueled by water that is clean fuel source. But small hydro power plant using reservoir can cause million types of damage, but in a smaller scale. Third is biomass. Biomass facilities produce very little sulfur dioxide or toxic metals, but it creates local air pollution and requires proper sites or locations. Next is geothermal. It do not require the clearing of large areas of land and damming of rivers, but the closed loop system is very expensive.
the diagram describing the altitude angle and azimuth angle. So, solar altitude angle is the angle between the sun's ray and the horizontal plane, and solar azimuth angle is the angle between the projections of the sun's ray on horizontal plane and the south direction. The angle to the east are negative, while those to the west are positive. Okay, the question is, a PV site is at Kampung Rambai, which is located at latitude of 15 degree north. So the first question is, Sun is at solar noon and above solstice of Capricorn. Solstice of Capricorn is 23.45 degrees south. So how to find the angle? 15 plus 23.45, we get 38.45 degree. And altitude angle 90 minus 38.45, and we get 41.55 degree facing south. The second question is, Sun is at solar noon and above the equator. Equator is 0 degree. So the angle is 15 degree. Altitude angle is 90 minus 15 degree. We get 75 degree facing south. The last question is, Sun is at solar noon and above the solstice of Cancer. Solstice of Cancer is 23.45 degree north. How to find angle? 23.45 minus 15, and we get 8.45 degree. Altitude angle 90 minus 8.45, we get 81.55 facing north. That's it.
Okay, we go back to slide number 2. Okay, the question says find advantages and disadvantages. So this is plural. Okay, so you need more than 1 point. Okay, so you need to add another point. Okay, for solar advantages 2, disadvantages 2. Okay, next slide. Next slide. Okay, now the question said find altitude angle or T angle. Kamu tak cakap tadi altitude angle or T angle? The question said altitude angle. Okay, so you find alpha. Okay, okay, that's all. Thank you Fatin Akila and Farah Natasha.
Serius lah.
Sebab advantages at least 2 lah. Okay, next group, Aida Naziha, Nodiana and Nur Afrika.
So the first question is, with the aid of suitable diagram, explain the causes and the effect of greenhouse gases on the environment. So this is the aid of suitable diagram for greenhouse effect. Okay. How the greenhouse effect? First, the incoming solar energy, which called as solar radiation. Solar radiation will pass through the atmosphere, and some solar radiation will be reflected. So mostly, solar radiation will be absorbed and hit the Earth's surface. Okay, infrared radiation is emitted from Earth's surface, and infrared radiation is passed, some is absorbed, and will be re-emitted in all directions by greenhouse gas molecules. So, benda ni will affect the warmth of the Earth's surface and lower the atmosphere. Okay, so next is the causes of greenhouse gas on the environment. Okay, first is burning of fossil fuel. Fossil fuels such as coal, oil, and natural gas are used on the large basis to produce electricity and transportation. Okay, fossil fuels will release the carbon dioxide and will increase the greenhouse effect. Okay, next is deforestation. Large-scale development has result in cutting down of trees and forests, and it will increase the amount of carbon dioxide and affect the balance of gases in the atmosphere. Okay, next is the industry. Factory and
or industry will produce many gas such as aerosol cans, foaming agent and fire extinguisher chemical, and all these things will lead to greenhouse effect.
Okay, for the next causes of greenhouse gases on the environment, electrical appliances. So many of us use electrical appliances, so it is the major contributor to the greenhouse effect, such as refrigerator and air conditioner. Refrigerator emits the chlorofluorocarbon, CFCs, that can break the ozone layer. Next is population growth. It is a major contributor of greenhouse effect. Population grows rapidly. When the population increases, the needs and wants of the people will be increased. Therefore, the increase of greenhouse gases will be increased. Effect of greenhouse gases on the environment. There are two: global warming and sea level rise. For global warming, it is increase of greenhouse gases concentration causes a reduction in outgoing infrared radiation. Climate change to restore the balancing between ingoing and outgoing radiation. For the sea level rise due to two different processes. First, it will warm. First, warmer temperature cause sea level rise due to thermal expansion, and secondly, it is melting of glaciers and ice sheets of Greenland and Antarctica will add water to ocean.
The second question is said that there are two types of gases that give effect on the ozone layer, and the two types of gases is chlorofluorocarbon and also hydrofluorocarbon. And the next one is with the aid of two table diagram, explain how the ozone layer relates to the environment issue. And firstly, ozone layer consists of two layers, which is troposphere and stratosphere. And stratosphere is the one very important layer because it will protect the earth from the harmful radiation. However, ozone layer depletion is caused by chlorofluorocarbon, oxide of nitrogen, and hydrocarbon. And this phenomena of gradual depletion of protective ozone layer in the stratosphere. And ozone layer depletion is a major environmental problem because it will increase the amount of ultraviolet, which lead to cancer, skin cancer. We have eye cataract and also immune system damage. And the other one is depletion of ozone layer lead to many environmental issues such as climate changes, rise of sea level, the same as before, and plant and ecosystem. This will affect the microbiological process of plant. And the next one is heart cancer, eye cataract, and immune system damage. And that's it.
Any question?
No.
Okay, thank you. Aida Naziha, Nurjana Syahira, and Afifra. Okay, next group, Shamila Selvi and Fatino Shafika.
Shasha.
Okay, Assalamualaikum and good morning to me and to all my friends. Today we will present in question December 2006. Okay, 5 types of renewable energy technologies applicable in nature are photovoltaic, microhydro, wind energy generation system, biomass, and geothermal. Okay, the question is to choose one of the renewable energy and describe how it can generate electricity, and also to discuss the 3 challenges of implementing the chosen technology in Malaysia. So we choose biomass energy. Biomass power technologies convert renewable biomass fuels to heat and electricity. So the primary approach for generating electricity from biomass is combustion direct firing. The biomass fuel is burned in a boiler to produce high pressure steam, and this steam is introduced into a steam turbine where it flows over a series of turbine blades, causing the turbine to rotate, and the turbine will connect it to an electric generator, and the generator will rotate and it will producing electricity.
And as for the challenges and the issue, since it is the combustion of biomass and biomass-derived fuels, it will produces air pollution that containing dangerous gases such carbon monoxide, nitrogen oxide, and also particulates soot and ash. And hence, it requires proper site, location, and type of power plants to implement this kind of technology. The next one is, it is derived from burning of plant matter, which will raise more serious environmental issue, such air pollution, which is the most common serious environmental issue. And the next one is that the concerns about the impact of using land to grow energy crops, which will involve wide variety of production and conversion methods, which each of kind will give different environmental impacts. And lastly, last but not least, it will also involve new technology, which will lead to increased concern about unknown risks.
Any question?
June 2012. Okay, first question is, list and discuss 3 benefits of supporting renewable energy. First, as you can see, supporting renewable energy is to follow global energy situation and demand. Nowadays, air pollution will go up in coming years. Secondly, to help reduce our dependency on fossil fuel, because in the future, price of fossil fuel keep increasing and create economic instability. And also, fossil fuel reserve keep depleting, and uncontrolled usage will finish faster. Thirdly is to create local employment. It is a big opportunity for our cost engineering for new technology in coming few years. Secondly, second question is with the end of the suitable diagram, define and label solstice of Capricorn and the solstice of Cancer. Like Madam says, to remember to Tropic of Cancer in Malaysia. In Malaysia, disease is with the highest is a cancer. So the up is north. So to remember, is Tropic of Cancer 23.5 degree north, and the Capricorn is below 23.5 degrees south.
Okay, the third question is list and discuss 3 advantages and 3 disadvantages of biomass. Okay, the first one is advantages. The first advantages is emission from conventional biomass fuel power plants are generally similar to emission from coal-fired power plant, with the notable difference that biomass facilities produce very little sulfur dioxide or acid metals, as an example, cadmium, mercury, and others. And the second advantage is using biomass derived methanol and ethanol as vehicle fuels instead of conventional gasoline could substantially reduce some types of pollution from automobiles. And the third one is biomass energy is also amongst the most versatile alternative available. It can be converted into many different fuel sources, each of which has varied application. Okay, the disadvantages, the first one is if derived from the burning of plant matter, it can raise more serious environmental issue. The second one is combustion of biomass and biomass derived will produce air pollution, including carbon monoxide, nitrogen oxide, and particulates such as soot and ash. And the third one is local air pollution. Biomass energy require a proper site, location, and type of power plant. Okay, the next question is with the aid of suitable diagram, explain how concentrated solar power can generate electricity. Okay, as you can see from the diagram, we can see that there is a mirror at the below of the receiver. Okay, in power tower concentrated solar power system, a large number of flat sun tracking mirrors known as heliostats focus sunlight onto a receiver at the top of a tall tower. The second one is a heat transfer fluid heated in the receiver is used to heat a working fluid, which in turn is used in a conventional turbine generator to produce electricity. And lastly, the steam cooled and condensed back to water, which is recycled, reheated, and converted back into steam again. Okay.
Okay, go back to question B. Question 1B. With the aid of suitable diagram, define and label the solstice of Capricorn and the solstice of Cancer. Okay, what is solstice? It's a tricky question, eh? It's not Tropic of Capricorn, eh? Or Tropic of Cancer. This is solstice. What happened during solstice of Capricorn? On the south hemisphere, there we have summer. So the daytime will be longer than nighttime. So you need to explain that. The way you explain, actually you explain the tropic of Capricorn and tropic of Cancer. Okay? This one you explain tropic, not solstice. Okay? So please make correction. And then for all the diagrams that you take from the internet, please draw by hand. Okay? Okay, thank you. Muhammad Ashraf and Muhammad Amirul.
Question 1A asks to list 3 discouraging factors of using renewable energy in Malaysia and discuss 3 initiatives taken by the government to reduce those factors. So the first 3 discouraging factor is cost. Cost of power generation is still high because most of the technologies are imported in Malaysia. Then suitable site, not all sites are suitable for renewable energy. For example, wind energy is not suitable in Malaysia. Then human resource, in Malaysia we still lack of manpower in this area. Then you not sure of feasibility of and sustainability of renewable energy sources, making investment restricted. Then
okay, for the 3 initiatives, first one is enhancement SEDA Act 2011. Training to provide knowledge and skill worker in renewable energy. Disseminate knowledge and new technologies through seminar. And act to provide for the establishment and implementation of a special tariff system which is known as feed-in tariff (FIT) to catalyze the generation of renewable energy. Feed-in tariff is a mechanism that allows the electricity produced from indigenous renewable energy resources to be sold to power utilities at a fixed premium price for specific duration. For example, biomass and biogas resources is available for 16 years, small hydro and PV 21 years. Second, implementation of large-scale solar farm managed by Suruhanjaya Tenaga
solar plant capacity from 1 megawatt to 50 megawatt selected through open binary process. Total PV capacity of 1000 megawatt by 2020. PV plant less than 30 megawatt connect to distribution voltage network. PV plant greater than 30 megawatt connect to transmission voltage network. Number 3, implementation of net energy metering (NEM). PV rooftop installation. Total quota of 500 megawatt power from 2016 to 2020, or 100 megawatt per power per year. Domestic, the maximum capacity is less or equal to 12 kilowatt power for single phase and or 72 kilowatt power for three phase. Commercial and industrial, maximum capacity shall be 1 megawatt per power of maximum demand, or 60% of use rating, or 60% of current transformer rating.
Kilowatt peak.
Oh, peak.
Kilowatt peak, eh?
My bad.
Okay, next question is Kampung Wakaf Tapai is located at 5.142865 degree north, 103.0x6353 degree east. So determine the tilt angle and facing of PV module so that it is pointing directly at the sun at Solano when the sun is located. Okay, number 1, of the sun is located at the over the latitude of solstice of Capricorn. So solstice of Capricorn is 23.45 degrees south. So here, and then Kampung Wakaf Tapai is 5.142865 degree north, and this is a case 2 because it has a different specific hemisphere, north and south. Okay, so and then the angle is beta. So first is beta. So beta. Terbalik lah. Oh, betul lah. Okay, first. So first for beta, we plus the degree and the position of the Kampung Wakaf, and then find the alpha 90 minus with the beta, and then tilt angle 180 minus 90 degree and minus alpha, and then for this one is it is facing south. Okay, next we go to sun located over the latitude of solstice of Cancer. So we know that solstice of Cancer is 23.45 degree north, and then this is a case 1 because it has the same hemisphere at the north. So find beta, we have to minus, and then find the alpha 90 minus beta, and for the angle 180 minus 90 minus alpha, and the facing is north. Okay, for question 3, the sun is over the latitude of 5 degree north, so it has a same case with the number 2. It's a case 1, and then for the answer is facing south, and for number 4 is latitude of 5 degree south, and this is a case 2, and the answer for this facing south.
Go to the previous slide, the second slide before the last slide, number 5.
Number 5.
Number 5. because this is 5 degree north and the side is 5.14. So the angle should be, the distance between 5 and 5.14 should be shorter. Sini because from 0 to 5 this way besar kan? So 5.14 kat sini je. Okay? So you need to draw logically.
Okay, this is our question. Solar photovoltaic with energy generation, hydropower generation and biomass technology are commonly used. Renewable energy technology in Malaysia. For each type of technology, discuss two problems of implementing the technology in Malaysia. Okay, and the first one is biomass energy. Biomass. Okay, biomass in a simple word, biomass contain store energy because plant absorb energy in the photosynthesis process, and then when the biomass burn, the chemical energy release as heat. Okay, and then the problem of implementing this was first technical issue. Biomass supply is for small to medium supply and cannot fulfill power plant generation because to produce power plant generation, the large scale biomass energy is needed. Okay, and then the second is environmental issue. Environmental issue is a common issue, which is destroy our biodiversity, loss of natural habitat, wildlife and soil degradation. This is because the transportation, for the example, like a tractor and the other vehicles, and then the space requirement. Okay.
Next is the solar energy. Solar energy have two types, which is first is active solar energy. Active solar energy use a special device to generate electricity from sunlight. For example, like PV photovoltaic power system and many more. Next is passive solar energy. Passive solar energy is use energy from the heat from the sunlight. So the problems of implementing the technology in Malaysia is first is the financial barrier or the cost of installation. This is because the cost of solar photovoltaic is too expensive, plus its installation cost. Therefore, this solar photovoltaic also import from other countries such as Japan, Germany and China. So the cost of solar photovoltaic that can be purchased in Malaysia will increase. So it will affect the lower income users on revenue. Next is it requires large amount of land. To apply the PV module, large amount of land is needed. This is because the large amount of land is required to produce large scale of power. Thus, this will affect the wildlife and forest in Malaysia.
Okay, for hydropower generation, of course, the issue will be the requirement of large area for installation. So it will affect the deforestation, and wildlife habitat will be destroyed, and it will change the river ecosystem. Okay, same goes for small hydropower, which is require reservoir, and it will also causing the similar type of damage, because it require area for isolation. Okay, for wind energy, the problem comes from animal up at the sky, such as bird. When it hit the rotor, it will causing a collision and will require maintenance. So it will require cost. Okay. It also will come for conflict for overland use, because if we need a greater power supply, it will need transmission line. So it will resulting conflict, because why we need to use over land, because we can use another sources of energy. That's it. Thank you.
Okay, any question from you guys?
No question. Okay, thank you. Aji Aziz, Aiman Hasbi, and Kopi kan tak bawa?
Oh, okay.
Topi.
Okay, next group Muhammad Afiq, Amir Hasbi, and Arif Aiman.
Assalamualaikum and selamat sejahtera. Now we are going to present our assignment, which is past year December 18, part A, question 1. Okay, this is the question. Let's take a look at the first one. Describe 4 benefits of supporting renewable energy resources. Okay, next. Okay, these are the main point. The 4 benefits of supporting renewable energy. The first one will be reducing dependency on fossil fuel. Okay, let's go through fast. Reducing the dependency of fossil fuel. As we know, the quantity of fossil fuel will soon be depleted, and as the quantity lowered, the price will be increased. So we have to reduce the dependency on the fossil fuel. So that's where renewable energy come in place. Renewable energy act as an alternative from the fossil fuel, and soon will be replacing the fossil fuel. Second one will be creating a local employment. As we know, when the facility has been constructed, the facility will be having new technologies and require new expertise. So it open up to jobs opportunities. Second one, from the same facility, there will be a lot of workers, and when there's a lot of workers, it opens up business around the community to open up restaurant and maybe petrol pump station for local employment. The third one will be increasing the standard of living. Targeted at the rural area in the country where power supply is difficult to obtain, such as in the rural area. When having for example, solar and hydro power plant around the rural area, they will be having like their own power supply. So from the renewable energy, they could be supplied to other public facilities such as hospital and school. The last one will be protection against the energy crisis. Energy crisis. What is energy crisis? Energy crisis happen when the depletion of fossil fuel will soon be there, and when this happens, all the fossil fuel company will have this opportunity to increase their price. So to protect ourselves against this crisis, it is good to have a renewable energy. So it is important for non-oil producing countries such as Singapore to have renewable energy. It creates a sense of security of not having to depend solely on accepting to the supplier's prices manipulation. Okay, the second question.
Okay, next question is define solar altitude and angle and azimuth angle. Okay, altitude angle is actually an angle between horizontal plane and direction of the sun rays. Okay, altitude angle. And then the azimuth angle is the angle of horizontal plane from the south plane. If the angle to the east are negative and the west are positive, if this is used for solar energy and engineering in the northern hemisphere, so you can use it on the northern hemisphere only.
So the second question is determine the best tilt angle and orientation of the PV module when the sun is at solar noon
and above the Tropic of Capricorn. First, we have to know where the Sun located at. The Sun is above the Tropic of Capricorn, so we know that the degree is 23.45. Kampung Jawa is located at 3.04 degree north. Then we can calculate the alpha. Alpha is 90 degree minus 23.45 degree because the Sun is located at Tropic of Capricorn plus 3.04 degree north, and we get 63.41 degree facing south. Then the question asks the best tilt angle. Tilt angle is beta, so 90 degree minus 63.41 degree from the triangle rule. So we can get the beta, which is 26.59 degree facing south. The third question is altitude of the Sun when the Sun is at solar noon and above the equator. So previous question is at above Capricorn, but this one is above equator. So equator is 0 degree. So we only have to 90 degree minus 3.04 degree north, and we will get 86.86 degree facing south.
Okay, the first question is to calculate determine the altitude and azimuth angle of the Sun at 10 AM civil time on 8th August of 2018. Okay, so this is the Tropic of Cancer, and this is Tropic of Capricorn. So the current sunlight is here. Okay, if the question asks for 10 AM, it is over here. You can see this 9. Yeah, if the question asks for 10 AM, so this here 10. For the question, want to calculate altitude, you can see there's angle here 10, 20, 30 and 40. If you turn here, so the angle of altitude is around 39. And if to determine azimuth angle is the angle between south plane to the direction of sun rays. So we need to draw a straight line from the center to the 10, and then determine the angle here 110. Okay, that's all.
Minus 110.
Negative 110 because the direction is south to east.
Yang mana?
Azimuth ke altitude?
Azimuth.
Dua-dua.
Altitude
macam ni.
Altitude.
Semaju lihat.
Saya.
Altitude macam ni. Kita kalau refer kat sini, kita nampak kan angle 10, 20, 30 kan. Kalau pukul 10 tepat kan. Dia kat sini. Diagram 10 tu. 10 kat sini. 9, 10, 11. Lagi 10 kat sini, titik ni. So kalau kita refer dekat sini, 40 bawah ni tau. 40 line ni. So sebab pukul 10 tepat-tepat dekat sebelum tu, so kita assume lah 39. Boleh? Approximate lah 39. Okay.
Itu altitude. Ini altitude lah.
Faham altitude?
Ni altitude.
Faham tak? Faham? Tak faham? Tak. Altitude macam ni. Sebab soalan minta pukul 10. Kita refer ni tau. 9, 10, 11, 12. Ni 10 akan titik ni. 10. So, kalau kita refer dekat ni, kita refer dia dengan ni. Circle ni. Circle ni 40 ni. Ni 40. So kalau sebelum tu, kan sebabkan dia punya titik tu dekat sebelum 40 kan.
Tak kena dekat.
Tak kena 40. So kita assume 39. Macam tu. 938. Faham okey. Azimuth pula sebab kita ni dah tadi lah. Pukul 10 kat sini. Kita kena buat straight line daripada center ni. Garis lurus, gambar tu. Nak pula. Okey. Dia lurus dari tu. Ni kan. Lepas tu kita kira angle daripada ni, south. Angle dia. Sebab dia dari selatan ke timur, dia negatif. South ke east dia negatif. So negatif 110. Kalau dia clockwise, dia negatif, dia positif. Ya apa ni? Negatif. Dia berarti negatif. Kalau selatan ke timur dia negatif. Dia kalau pusing anti clockwise dia negatif, macam 110. Kalau dia pusing clockwise, dia positif
Tolak. Kita dah kosong tolak semua. Next time. Itu je lah. Faham tak? Selective lah. Sorry. Kita boleh.
Ayam dah gombak.
Ya.
Okay, thank you. Arif Aiman, Amir Haswan and
Assalamualaikum and good morning. Today our group will present about question 1. June 2014, question 1B. So the question is, Pulau Lagom is located at 3.6 degree north, 107.9 degree east. At solar noon, determine the tilt angle and facing of the PV module so that it is pointing directly at the solar node when the sun is located at first over the latitude of solstice of Capricorn, second over the latitude of solstice of Cancer, third over the latitude of 15 degree north, and the last one is over the latitude of 15 degree south. So we need to find the tilt angle. So next.
Okay, so this is the first question. The first question is case 2 because the polarity is different. It's located at 3.6 degree north with the sun at Tropic of Capricorn. So the tilt angle is beta, which is 3.6 plus 23.45. So the equals 27.05 facing north. Sorry, facing south. So number 2, this one is case 1 because it's on the same polarity. The sun is at Tropic of Cancer. So the equation is 23.45 minus 3.6 equals to 19.85 facing north.
Okay, the third one is the sun is over the latitude of 15 degree north. So this is case 1. To find the tilt angle, we minus 15 degree with 3 point. So this is 3.6 degree, and we got 11.4 degree facing north. And the last question is over the sun is located over the latitude of 15 degrees south. To find the tilt angle, we add 15 degree with 3.6 degree, and we got 18.6 degree facing south. That's all from us. Thank you. Any questions?
Thank you. Banu Afiq, Masara and Nazira. Test group. Tarifa Nazira. Shifa.
Assalamualaikum and hello.
Please pay attention.
We are going to discuss about the question from June 2019, question 1. So the outcome that you get is theory and calculation. Question 1, state 2 types of gases that give effect on the ozone layer with the aid of suitable diagram. Explain how the ozone layer relates to environmental issues. So the answer is
chlorofluorocarbons and hydrochlorofluorocarbons.
Okay, now we want to explain how the ozone layer related to environmental issue. Okay, first we need to know, okay? Imagine Earth 15 to 35 kilometers above the Earth's surface, a gas called ozone layer. Okay, they call ozone layer surround the planet, our Earth lah. Okay, then the ozone layer is act as a barrier. Dia sebagai pertahanan untuk bumi kita. Act as a barrier between the Earth and ultraviolet rays from the sun. Okay, next, however, the pollution cause the ozone layer to thin. Dia semakin nipis sekarang ni semakin nipis. The thin give effect exposing life on Earth to dangerous situation. Sekarang ni kita tengah bahaya pollution. Okay. Lepas tu next, ni Earth's atmosphere have 6 layer. Dia bukan ada 2, 3, 4, 5, dia ada 6 layer. Ozone layer ni ada 6. The second layer called stratosphere. Ni stratosphere. In that stratosphere contains ozone layer. Okay. Dalam tu ada ozone layer. Ni saya explain dalam BI, dalam BI pun sama. Okay, lepas tu then sebab nak semua faham kan benda tu, so kita kena explain dari awal sampai habis. Okay. Then the ozone layer is made up of a highly reactive molecule. It's a highly reactive molecule called ozone, which contains 3 oxygen atom. Kayaknya ada kosong pula. Oxygen atom tu ada 3 lah. Kayaknya sekarang ni dunia kita ada oksigen lah. Oksigen dekat dalam ozon kita. Okay, next. Ozone is a trace gas in the environment. Okay. There are only 3 molecules. Ada 3 je ni. 3 molecules for every 10 million molecules of air. But it does a very important job. Dia ada 3 je molekul, tapi dia bagi sangat lah. Dia bagi kita kerja yang penting lah. Dia buat kerja dia tu penting. Betapa Allah menciptakan molekul tu apa semua kan. Then apa tu? The ozone layer act as Earth sunscreen, absorbing 98% of damaging ultraviolet rays or UV light. Kini bukan korang je nak kena pakai sunscreen. Earth pun ada sunscreen. Sunscreen ni adalah ozone layer. Okay. Then, but we know the ozone layer is become thinner. Okay, chemical called chlorofluorocarbon or CFC. Okay, ingat CFC. Chemical chemical yang ni lah, bahaya. A primary culprit. In ozone breakdown layer. CFC ni. Okay. Then sabar. CFC is a molecule that contains carbon, fluorine and chlorine. Okay, dia ada 3 dalam tu. CN, F dengan carbon. Okay. Carbon. CFC are mostly found in refrigerants, dalam peti tu, aerosols and plastic product. Okay. Nak lagi ke? Sebab macam dah cukup, dah habis masa. Boleh. When CFC are exposed to ultraviolet rays in the atmosphere, they break down into the substances, okay, that include chlorine, Okay, the chlorine react with the oxygen atom. Tadi oxygen atom react with the oxygen atom in ozone and rip apart the ozone molecule. Okay je, tadi kan kita ada Cl kan, tak panjang lah. Nanti cakap belakang. Okay, that's why how the ozone layer has become thinner. Okay. Next. What is the impact? The impact of the ozone layer to the environmental, especially on human, is rate of skin cancer. You can see the photo. That is kind of skin cancer and eye cataract. And then sunburn. Sunburn. It is also effect on plants. Also effect on genetic and immune and effect on plants is dia punya growth tumbuhan tu dia jadi layu lah. Then yang ni yang berlaku dekat Indron also reduce crop yield. This is impact on marine. You can see the polar bear is so thin, it's not healthy. So for the question 1D, for the calculation, this is a theory question for solar irradiance and solar irradiation. Solar irradiance, you must remember that it is solar power at a point of observation, and solar irradiation is solar energy at a point of observation. So solar irradiance is solar power, solar irradiation is solar energy. Okay. So for the calculation, which month has the highest solar irradiation? So as you can see in the question, you can see that March has the highest value for unshaded solar irradiation, which is 140.9. And then determine the actual peak sun hour per annum received at the site. So for this step, we need to find available solar irradiation first by using this formula: unshaded solar irradiation times with unshaded area. In the question, shading area, for example, for January, shading area is 0. So for unshaded area is 1. We need to times with the unshaded solar irradiation, which is 125. Then we get the solar irradiation 125. And then for February, shading area is 1%. Then the unshaded area will get 0.99. And then we times with 139, and then we get the 137.61. So we need to use using the formula to find the total available solar irradiation. So for peak sun hour per annum, total solar irradiation divided by 1000 watt per meter square, which is solar irradiance. And then we get 1,519.64 hours per annum. And then for the Roman form, we need to find the peak sun hour per a day. Then we divide by 365 days for a year, and then we got 4.60 hours per day.
Okay, for the first question, there are many reasons the world is looking towards renewable energy. Discuss the benefits of using renewable energy. So first is to help reduce our dependency on fossil fuel that keeps on depleting. Next is to fight against climate changes that are caused by the usage of fossil fuel. Then the next benefit is new technology will require more labor, and this will create more jobs opportunity compared to fossil fuels economy. And the last benefit increase standard of living among people that live in rural area which are not accessible to the grid.
Okay, for the next question is the unshaded solar irradiation data at the prospective site is given in table Q1b, and the shading profile is shown in appendix 1. Compute the actual peak sun hour per annum received at the site. This is the data that is given. Okay, for this and then this is the solar path. Okay, so we have to find the percent unshading. We have to refer to the solar side path. Okay, and for the available solar irradiance, same as the question from the last group. To find the available solar irradiance, the unshaded part will be times with the percent of unshaded part will times with the unshaded solar irradiation. And then to find the per annum, so we have to find the total solar irradiation will be divided with the 1000 watt per meter square, and then the answer will be 1545.474 hours per annum. Okay, that's it.